Hello, Ummies, it's Reaver here to bring you the UnWavering Misfits review for Doom. Now, it's been a full decade since we've seen anything from this franchise, so let's see how it does. So as always, let's start with the pros. Now, the graphics are awesome. And the combat, I know I say this a lot, but this is extremely fast-paced. As you might have heard, you are always sprinting. And that's mainly because you're always surrounded by demons, so moving is always a must. There is no just crouching down for cover and firing from some sort of location. The weapons themselves, there are multiple, and each one has a total of 2 mods that you can switch between by pressing up on the D-pad. And according to Dross, it is good to use the more group-based mods like the Combat Shotgun's grenade launcher, because even if it doesn't fully kill something right offhand, it'll set you up for a glory kill, which I will talk about later. So it's not just all running around and fighting demons.
What? It's not all leg day?
No. There are actually multiple, separate secrets to be found on each map. Now, of course, the more common are the little toy soldiers you can find that all look like the Doom soldier who you play as, but they're supposed to be models of some of the monsters and characters in game. But there are other secret locations that are the maps from the original Doom levels. I think Dross found one. You have anything to say about that?
I did. It's pretty much where you can go in and they have small little sections that let you see what the game looked like way back in the day. And the armor looks like helmets.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. It's really weird. Some of the secrets are just armor pieces. Not actual pieces to the prayer suit, but just armor.
It's more location based than anything.
Mm-hmm. So of course there is also the multiplayer mode, which is...
Figures.
Of course there's a multiplayer mode, this is Doom. But in this multiplayer mode there are multiple separate matchmaking things, what do you call them? There are multiple different modes in multiplayer. My favorite is freeze tag. You actually fight people with the normal weapons you have until you get their health fully to 0. And then they're encased in ice, and then, people come around them and they just thaw them out by waiting next to them, sort of like capturing an objective. Another cool thing about the multiplayer modes is that within the modes, that there are multiple separate power-ups, of course, health and ammo, but then there are also weapons to be found in multiplayer, like the chainsaw and the BFG, if you remember those. And these can be used for a short time. There is also becoming a demon, which is also a short time, and you...
It's a power-up.
It is a power-up. You walk into the rooms, which are timed, and you can be one of 4 demons. I, of course, like to be the Mancubus.
He likes being the big fat guy.
Tell me what you guys think. Is that Mancubus, or am I saying it wrong? Somebody tell me in the comments. And then lastly, the customization of your character. Now... The customization is purely cosmetic, so no special piece of armor or anything like that, weapon pattern, isn't going to do much. But it is really nice. You start off with a decent amount of customization options, and you unlock more as you go throughout. And Dross, of course, was getting all the armor pieces that I wanted, straight from the get-go. This is Dross's character, very nice. He has been getting all the pieces that I have wanted since day 1.
It's great. I love it.
And he's just started too, which is starting to peeve me off.
As you can see, I'm only level 7.
Yep.
With about a 1.0
KD. Oh, hey, remember when you were saying I was getting all the easy guys?
Yeah.
Look now.
Well, when he first started, he was getting all like the lower level characters to play with, and it's been a bit since the game has come out, like a week.
Yeah.
And when I first started off, which was just a few days after the game started coming out, I'm getting like all these level 30, 50 prestige guys, and I just don't get it. The story, of course, is obviously going to make more sense if you have played previous games.
Which you haven't.
I have, actually. Thank you very much, Rossi. But don't worry, you are never going to be in the dark in this game. You always know in terms of... You were not. You always know in terms of story exactly what you were doing. You were never not... Anything that's happened in the previous games, it doesn't really pour over into this game much. Of course, there are nods, references in the codex, which is actually really... I like it when games add codexes, and Doom has a very, nice, in-depth codex with multiple different tabs and sections within it. So I always like to give credit where credit is due. But don't worry, you always know what you were doing.
You don't give me compliments.
Because you don't deserve them! But don't worry, you're always going to know what you need to be doing. And during the Doom campaign, there are multiple separate ways for you to upgrade your Doom character. You have, of course, the Praetor tokens, which you find, on dead soldiers. Elite guards. You find these separate tokens inside elite guards. You pull them out, and it takes a certain amount to upgrade, different slots like your mobility, your resistance, environmental scanning, that sort of thing.
Because that makes sense that our armor can upgrade a Doom soldier suit.
Obviously it can. Wait, different armor. It is. It's different armor. Oh well. Also, you have the Ardent Energy Cells, which serves to upgrade your base stats, your health, your ammo capacity, and your total armor strength and how much you can have. And then there are the weapon mods, which can be upgraded using weapon points. You kill enemies, and you are awarded these weapon tokens for you to then go through and upgrade the mods themselves. Not usually the weapons; it's just the mods themselves.
You also get these by completing objectives in each mission.
Also by, as always, finding the secrets and that sort of thing, what give you more. Another really big part of combat is the glory kills. As I said, I would talk about them. Basically, you hit the demon enough times, or the possessed, and they will get into the staggered state, and they'll start to glow blue, and they won't attack. You go over there, and you can press down the right thumbstick, and you instantly kill them with this really gory kill. It's glory kill, not gory kill. And this always rewards you with health, and then at later levels with armor to use. So I highly suggest, especially when you're fighting multiple people, to get multiple glory kills because it saves ammo and it gives you health. So yes, I know this is what Doom is mainly about, but I probably have told you this plenty of times. I am so tired of Horde mode, and that's really what a lot of Doom is. It's all one big Horde mode. I mean, it's not bad within itself. I'm always going to enjoy a good round of Horde mode, like zombies in Call of Duty. But I just wish there was more variation in the total gameplay. Because you're just fighting waves and waves of enemies all the time. I would have liked something just very different. Something.
The idea is fighting off the hordes of hell. What were you expecting? Capture the flag?
I know what it was. I just wish that there was something else. That's why I really like the boss battles. There are a total of 4, and they're a bit different because you actually have to, dodge and other things like that. So they're a welcome,
addition.
A welcome experience. Yeah. So this is a problem, especially in multiplayer, and that is that some of the guns that were really good in the campaign are nerfed in the multiplayer. I'm talking specifically about the rocket launcher and the minigun. In the campaign, they kick butt, but when you go into the multiplayer, they do next to nothing. Well, next to nothing as in the damage that they did in the campaign. I find that really annoying. Now this is the last one, and the story itself is pretty weak, to say the least, I guess you would say. The premise is good, but the way it is executed is a bit weird. You see, you wake up, and this is supposed to be just a day after the crap hits the fan. And everyone, except for of course the main guys, are all dead. How does this happen in a day?
Obviously, Marines suck.
Marines suck, whatever. Maybe it's the armor system, because that does next to nothing. But I find it really weird because it's becoming sort of like a cliche. The single soldier going out and fighting everything. I don't know. I would have liked to see maybe like signs of like the battle. Like you just, at the very least, you walk into a room and you see maybe one of the barons throwing a soldier and him dying. You know, just so you can see that you know that it wasn't just you there. Because that's just all it feels like. In just a day, everything happens. And the only other two people that are alive, Olivia Price and Samuel Hayden, you don't really see them too much, and there's not a lot that they actually do with you. Samuel just gives you information, and then Olivia just serves as the one who rips open the gates. And I don't know if she was actually the boss in the last part.
So yeah, let's actually get some other people in these things now.
Yeah. So just a few extras and tips. So to start off, for all of you mothers and nuns out there, this game is extremely gory.
You making fun of nuns?
The game is very gory, so I really wouldn't suggest, maybe kids play this, of course, or if you're not really a big fan of that sort of thing. The game itself is also very hard. So it's not Dark Souls levels of hard, but it is kind of challenging. So if you're just really new to FPSs, you might want to go into something more like COD. I mean, I know this is the game that started FPSs, but it would be a bit smart for you to try something else. The resistance as well, like the actual armor, as I said before, really sucks. So you're going to have to keep an eye on your health and armor, because if you don't, it's really just going to go away quickly. And lastly, you gotta save that chainsaw. Now I know all of you gore fanatics are probably gonna be wanting to use this all the time, but it has very few uses itself. But what it can do really helps you. After each kill, the monster or demon spews out a whole bunch of bullets. And since like your main ammo, since ranged weapons are the main source of attack in this game, you're gonna want to be saving that for when you're starting to run low. Especially for your favorite weapon.
Because that makes sense, us being able to chainsaw things open and, getting ammo. That makes sense.
Well, they had a hole on their gut. You just opened it up, like a present.
Pinata.
Oh yeah, I like pinatas. So as I said, if you are an FPS fan, you are going to find this game to be a great fit for you. It is nice, but if you're just starting, you might want to try something, like COD, and then come down to this, because it is a good game. Graphics are awesome, gameplay is fun, but the story at times does seem to be overshadowed by, other things that are going on. The characters aren't as great as they could be. So, the final verdict for Doom, it's not 4, I heard that way too many times, is an 8 out of 10. It is a great game, and I highly suggest you play it. Unless, you aren't into these sort of things. Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. And Overwatch will be next.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way. Until we see each other again.